You're always trying to one up yourself.
To the wrist, because like I say I definitely prefer like I mean, dude, it goes back and forth so much. Right now, super into color realism.
So right now I do a lot of stippling, specifically flowers, and then stippling for the shading. I like doing it because there's a lot of variations when it comes to flowers. On my Instagram, you can see that I'm a flower enthusiast.
Favorite style, black and gray, realism. Not because, well, a couple reasons. One, I feel like it's the hardest. That's just me. I feel like it's harder than color, for me, because of the gradient and just the look of it and everything like that. The other reason why I like it is I feel like black and gray holds up better, like in some terms, than color. And also it's something that I just enjoy doing. I think realism, black and gray, can look like, not that a photo is realism, but like photorealistic. I feel like it can look more realistic than color sometimes.
My favorite tattoo that I've done, it's gotta be, I just did like this like Hanya piece on, I did it at the Orlando Tattoo Show like this past year. And honestly, I just had so much fun with it. I felt like it was one of the only pieces that I've done that I was just like fully myself, exactly what I wanted to do. And, you know, shout out to my client who just let me literally do whatever I wanted. They didn't even ask what it was gonna be. And I just kind of came up with something that I thought was super cool. And it's just the most refreshing feeling, like to finally get to do that, you know, where I don't feel like I'm like tattooing, you know, for my client. I was like really tattooing like with them. Like I was giving them something that was like from my heart.
Oh, that's a hard one. I'd say probably, again, this is all looking back now since not having tattooed, you know, steadily on a steady basis for a couple of years. Just tattooing when I want and what I want. I'd say I did a Universal Studios horror monster sleeve. And if I was ever going to go back, just like, let's say if I said, okay, that's it, I'm going back to tattooing 100%, and I'm going to do this, you know, that, I would go back into, like, I would probably do black and gray horror. I don't have any of it on me, but I love tattooing that. It's super, super cool. I love the, actually, it sounds weird, but I like the demographic of people also that get that tattoo. Those type of people are like, I don't know, I just love working with them because they do. They'll let you do, you know, whatever you want. You know, it's just, that's what I would tattoo, I'd go back to. But yeah, that's probably one of my favorite ones.
So I've actually been asked this question a lot recently, and my answer has kind of always been the same. Usually, so pretty much the previous tattoo that I've done is usually always my favorite. So the last tattoo that I usually do is my favorite because I always try something new on every single tattoo. Even though I do lots of flowers and stuff like that, recently I've been getting into like more color. Like the last tattoo I did was a cardinal with peonies and in color, and I always try something new. So I feel like I always grow as an artist, and I always get better, and I'm still at a point where I just kind of like what I'm doing, and I'm always trying to top my previous tattoo.
Yeah, I always feel
that's
like,
my answer now.
Yeah, that's my answer too. But you know what's crazy? It's
I feel like that's like a cheat code.
Yeah. No, but it's true.
I am now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah.
I'm the best.
Well, you motherfuckers don't grow.
Like your favorite thing was in the past.
You guys are living in the past, aren't you?
No, but listen, it's true. You always think the next tattoo you do is going to be the best.
Yeah, you're always
tattoo.
trying to one up yourself.
You're always trying to one up yourself. It's the same thing painting too.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. You're always trying to outdo yourself. That's actually a really good reason why I think a lot of people are artists. It's a solo sport. You're not relying on a team. It's you and only you to become creative and to beat yourself every single time. So if you're 50 and you can make it to 70, you'll be way better than you were at 50. And that's really the truth. And it continues on and on, no matter how old you get. Why don't you let a Pokemon sleep under your bed?
What?
Because he'll peek at you.
I think one of the funniest thing that has happened of recent is I was telling my buddy Chris, Scott, and Caesar about the time that I ruined a date from being so fat. And essentially what happened is we went go-karting and like they pulled me out of line like it was TSA and they made me stand on a scale to weigh myself and I was over the weight limit. But it was just the funniest thing ever because you had to be there, but
You were too heavy for a gas-powered steel machine. I can't even mow the lawn.
It's hard for me to think one up right now, but I mean, recently we just did a video of me pretty much explaining what I do with the company, and one of the first shots we took, I said that I was the wife in our relationship with my wife.
Insert that clip now.
My name is Denzel Gaynor. I am the wife, or you gotta keep that in there.
my favorite body part is definitely forearm from like right in the middle of the bicep down to the
Really?
to the wrist. Because like if you stop right here, not enough space. If you get right up here, you can get some really cool work in. That's my favorite spot.
I would say the favorite part of the body to tattoo would be the forearm, just because I feel like it's easy to design a tattoo to go into that area, as well as like the skin isn't too hard to stretch, and it's just, I feel like it's the most easiest kind of tattoo area.
Favorite spot on the body is upper thigh or lower calf.
Why?
You don't have to stretch very much on most people. And I think that it reads really well. It gives a really good oval shape. And I just think it fits perfectly, kind of like a canvas.
I think the only thing that I won't tattoo, as far as like body parts, I've tattooed everywhere. I'll do anything for the right price. Any like hate or like racism, stuff like that, like, you know, I just don't consider those like tattoos, so I just don't do those. But other than that, yeah, if you want your face tattooed, I'll tattoo your face. I mean, if you're like 18, like I try and like really talk you out of it, but I mean, at the end of the day, everybody's gonna make their own decision, so yeah.
There's nothing I would not tattoo.
So yeah, I don't like tattooing the face. I don't, especially the people that are coming in now that are young. But I do have a good exception to this rule. If you're going to prison, and you know you're going to prison for 20 years, and you want the word relentless across your face, I'll do that.
I think it's definitely, I don't know about anybody else, but when I do like a realism tattoo, there's like this warm-up process, like where I'm kind of like tattooing and trying to figure out like where I'm kind of going with this. And that kind of moment where it clicks and it's like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do to make this tattoo great. Like that's like that mental shift between like just starting a tattoo into like, okay, like I'm in the middle of it and I'm kind of in my zone now.
Favorite part of the tattoo process is the collaboration with the client and the artist. Basically, talking with them, finding out what they want, and then going back and doing it in my own way, my style, my specific, way that I would do it, and then sending it back to them, making sure they like it, and then moving through the process and tattooing it. But basically, it's the collaboration between me and the client.